Months-long tension between the three co-ed countries in West Africa and the regional bloc known as Ecowas boiled over when the nations announced their immediate withdrawal from the bloc and accused it of a lack of support and inhumane coup-related sanctions. In their joint statement released lately, the juntas of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso said that instead of helping their countries fight the security threats facing them, ECOWAS imposed illegitimate, inhumane, and irresponsible sanctions when they staged the coups to take their destiny into their hands. It's the first time in the bloc's nearly 50 years of existence that its members are withdrawing in such a manner. This act could be seen as an unprecedented blow to the group and a further threat to the region's stability. This is Weekend Insight.
All right, this is Weekend Insight. And you know, I will do it every weekend. This is where we talk about what the things that happened through the weekend. My name is Ahmed Abbas or Latunji. Today, what we are looking at is the insecurity concerning the three states that withdraw from ECOWAS. The 15-nation regional bloc economic community of West African states was established in 1975 with one goal to promote cooperation and integration in order to raise the living standards of its people and to maintain and enhance economic stability. And it has since grown to become the region's top political authority, often collaborating with the states to solve domestic challenges on various fronts from politics to economy and security. Under the current leadership of Nigeria, West Africa's economic powerhouse, ECOWAS is needed more than ever with the region's stability being threatened by rampant coups and security crises. So before I unveil to you my co-presenter today, before I unveil to you the person in the studio with me, let's go and check what our reporter from Wisdom Yard Television has to say on this current insecurity in Nigeria and what it has to do with the three states that is withdrawing from ECOWAS. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere.
In a recent communique, ECOWAS ministerial mission was to visit Niamey on the 25th January, but this failed as a result of aircraft technical issues. And now, the three West African states, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, have decided to form its alliance after the submission of withdrawal notice to the regional bloc economic community of West African states. In a joint statement televised, it was disclosed that the three Sahel countries have moved from the ideas of its founding fathers and Pan-Africanism nearly after 50 years of its establishment. This decision results to ECOWAS under the influence of foreign powers, betraying its founding principles and has been a threat to member states and population at large. In response to membership withdrawal, ECOWAS says, in accordance to protocol, it takes 1 year before withdrawal can be processed and completed. Recall that the juntas of the three countries have been on suspension by ECOWAS since the deposement of the democratic government, which has made the regional body to impose sanctions to reverse the coup. Tuyosi Adeshino, reporting for Wisdom Yard Television.
Welcome back to the program Weekend Insight, and that's from our reporter. And that's for you to know, the ECOWAS treaty provides that its member states who wish to quit the bloc shall give its leadership a 1-year written notice, and at the end of which such a state shall cease to be a member of the bloc, which is ECOWAS. Today I have on the studio with me my guest, Honorable Folaromi Jubril, that will be telling us some things that has to do with the withdrawal of the three states, the juntas, the Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali from ECOWAS. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sir, we want to look at it from this angle because now people that are staying in Nigeria that border with Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, they're talking about the insecurity. Currently, we have insurgents of insecurity in Nigeria,
yes,
which is ongoing, talking about the bandits and the kidnapping and all. But that is aside, that's our own country. Now, we are talking about these three states that were drawn from ECOWAS, although it is not yet official. But, sir, can you tell us what are the effects of this withdrawing from ECOWAS? What are the effects on the insecurity of Nigeria?
Thank you. As you have said, the ECOWAS consists of 15 nations, countries, and out of these 15 countries, 3 have withdrawn now, remaining 12 countries. You know, this ECOWAS was formed, as you said, in 1975 with the collaboration of the other countries. And the motive of forming this organization is to bring about the development of these West African states. And from beginning of this organization, they have policies that they are following.
Okay.
But what makes this junta to withdraw from this organization is that it seems these ECOWAS nations, they are derailing from the motive of funding this organization. They are derailing from the founding fathers of this great organization. That is why they want to withdraw.
Okay.
And the other reason is that it seems this the ECOWAS, they don't have their own stand. They want to follow the Western world.
Okay.
Which the withdrawing nations didn't abide with it. Understand? Yes. That is why they want to withdraw.
Okay, sir, but the problems ECOWAS are facing currently, which everybody, it is shown to the whole world, that ECOWAS are really lacking in this area of citizenship, governance and regional security, and integration experience, regional integration experiences. Sir, what has to do with this withdrawing of the state? Will the cutting off of this state affect their economy or ECOWAS? Because now, is it going to be in the advantage of these countries that are withdrawing or the advantage of ECOWAS?
Yeah, it is difficult. The major impact will be on the withdrawing these nations, that is the Mali, the Niger and the Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
Because they rely more on the ECOWAS nations, ECOWAS states. Because as for example now, from my knowledge, Nigeria is the people that is supplying Niger with power, with electricity.
Exactly.
So, and that is one of the shots they give them. They cut off the major source of their energy. That is why they said if they cannot get any help from the member nations, what are they stealing?
But sir, there's a reason why they cut off the electricity based on the sanction that was being made on them because of the Bazoum case, whereby the military coup had to remove Bazoum from being the president of that state and taking over by the junta. So I think this is the reason why they are thinking of withdrawing from ECOWAS. But sir, let's look at Niger as a country. You know, these three Sahel states, talking about Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. These three countries cannot survive without Nigeria, a country like Nigeria, because we are the only country that has the river, let me say the sea, a seaport that they could transfer goods and they could do business with. Now, they said they can survive without Nigeria. How possible can this be, sir?
It is not possible. They cannot survive with us. Without Nigeria, they cannot survive. Because you are when we look from it from African side of it, Nigeria is one of the giants of Africa. It's the giant of Africa. They cannot do, if you look from the perspective of the peacekeeping force that have been organized like ECOMOG, you see that Nigeria take a prominent role in the peacekeeping force in the African region. So I don't see the reason why they can be able to stand on their own without the organization they are pulling out of it.
Okay, sir, let's talk about the security aspect now. Now, why did the cutting off bet security panic in boundary areas and in some areas in Nigeria? Because now the boundaries the states that are sharing boundaries with the likes of Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali, they're being scared. Maybe the coup are going to be like, you know what happened in the case of Bakassi during the time of the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, whereby we are sharing boundary with Cameroon. That is the Bakassi. So you know there was a little misunderstanding that happened then that was settled with the help of amnesty. So I don't know, what do you think will happen because the insecurity panic is now going on within the area that we share boundaries with this country? How do you see this, sir?
You know what happened is that to fight terrorists, it requires a lot of gathering together or forming to fight terrorists in Nigeria. It involves all other area countries, like the countries that surround us, like this,
like Chad, Niger, and so on.
Because like in the north now, you cannot easily identify the Hausas from the Fulani, or you cannot identify the people from the Niger Republic, or the Malian, or the people from Burkina. So that is why it is difficult. So if there is what happened now, when the people pull out, all these terrorists can easily enter our country through our boundaries, because our boundaries are porous. So that is why people are fearing that can easily come in.
Sir, with what you said now, what I'm trying to understand and what you're saying now is, because we lack a security, our security is not that effective in these our boundaries, so they can easily come into Nigeria and start constituting nuisance, which is going to be a panic thing for the citizens of Nigeria. But sir, with the current situation of security in Nigeria, in our country now, we heard the cases of killing of traditional monarchs. 2 were being killed in Ekiti, another one in Kwara State. Sir, what do you think we can do? Because we still having problem with our own country, not to talk of trying to secure ourselves from other countries that is pulling out of Ecowas. So what do you think the Nigerian government can do to this?
As our president now, President Ahmed Tinubu, is the current chairman of this Ecowas.
Yes.
I think what they would have done is to call these countries that want to break away from ECOWAS, so that they will dialogue. If they dialogue, because giving them sanction cannot work, but they should call them so that they will sit on a round table to discuss how to go about this thing, about the problem that is at hand now. Because if they allow them to go like that, and there is no any effect on the something, the other nations that are presently constituted in the ECOWAS,
they want to pull out too. But sir, actually sometimes there's always disadvantage and advantage in doing things. We heard that Mauritania was one of the countries that pulled out from ECOWAS because these 3 states that is pulling out are part of the founding members of ECOWAS. Now they are pulling out, and we have a country like Mauritania that pulled out and they are doing well, although in their own way they are doing well. But then we actually knew Mauritania is a small country, a small state that can easily do things on their own without the help of any other. Now, what the problem there now is Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Their borders with Nigeria, we can secure it based on the fact that at least we have soldiers, we have different security agencies that could do that. But my problem now is, we are talking about the insecurity in Nigeria that is going off. Now we have kidnappers that are kidnapping people, asking for ransom, 150 million, 200 million, and all these things are affecting the economy of this nation. Now the economy of Nigeria and Niger, let's say Niger for example, that we heard from the news that the border of Niger and Nigeria is just like a gutter that you can easily go in and come out. Now that they've pulled out of ECOWAS, is it going to be like it will be difficult for Nigerians to do business in Niger and Niger doing business with Nigeria?
Yes, because if you heard from one senator from the north, he said it that there's much hunger in the north now because of the trade decision between them and these other countries that pull out from this ECOWAS. So it will have an effect on both our country and their own country.
But I think Nigeria will take the advantage.
Yes.
What do you think? Because now they are just still trying to constitute themselves, because they still have I saw a video whereby I saw the president of of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger together having a round table meeting trying to look for way forward, because Burkina Faso president unveiled the new company that they just invented in Burkina Faso, a mining company that produces gold and all. So he was trying to come out like this is one of the biggest company that has ever been invented in Africa. Sir, well, what do you see about this new innovation of Burkina Faso? Because I saw Burkina Faso's citizens jubilating when they got pulled out of Ecowas, when they heard the news that they are not a part of Ecowas, because majority of them may not even know the reason why the juntas took the coup had to take the government from the democracy. So I want you to analyze, is it going to be like an advantage for them, or they are going to suffer it in the nearest future?
I don't believe they can stay alone. They still need this war power. Like you know, the Burkina Faso is colonized by the France.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think there is a way they can do without France. And the thing they are talking now that maybe the other nations that form these ECOWAS nations, they say they are following the world power or the Western wars. What is their own plan today now? They want to align with Russia. Is Russia in Africa too?
Sir, we are still coming to the Russia thing because now it seems Burkina Faso is the top front country that is backing, that is telling Niger and Mali to be calm, because it seems this is the question I wanted to bring on. Russian President Putin has a connection with the cutting off of these states from ECOWAS. What is our own advantage on this cutting off? Because I really want to know why he's backing them off.
You know what happened is Russia just want to do business with them. You know, Russia want to supply them with the ammunition
to fight war.
To fight war. That is their own what they want to gain from this
Burkina
Faso and others. These nations that want to cut off from ECOWAS.
Well, we're still on Weekend Insight, and we're talking about the current insecurity in the borders of Nigeria, you know, having borders with the countries that is pulling out of ECOWAS. And I still have on the studio with me my guest of today, Honorable Folaromi Jubril, and he has been telling us some things that we need to know about how it's going to be an advantage and disadvantage from these states that is pulling out and Nigeria. Well, let's go on a short commercial break, and when we're back, we'll continue with Weekend Insight.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. The family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, the family's best bet. With
Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
All right, so welcome back to the program, Weekend Insight. All right, sir, I wanted to ask this question before we move on to the next one. So currently, we have a situation of kidnapping and banditry in Nigeria, and our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is not present in the country. He's said to be in Paris, that is in France. I saw his having a video chat with the Super Eagles of Nigeria yesterday ahead of the clash between Nigeria and Angola, whereby Nigeria had to win that match yesterday night. Sir, what do you think the present administration can do about this insecurity state in Nigeria?
There's a lot they can do.
Okay.
You know, all these people that are kidnapping, that they are doing the terrorists and all others, the banditry and all others, they are from our own country.
It's not like they are foreigners.
They are not foreigners. They are our people. What we need to do is to, you know, things are getting harder every day. The price of foodstuff is going up every day. What we need to do is the president needs to bring down the prices or the prices of all these goods, so that the masses can live. If the masses didn't live, there will be crashes, because somebody that is hungry is an angry man.
An hungry man is an angry man. Sir, but then you see, talking about this, the president trying to reduce the price of a thing. I think the best thing for them to do as an administration that really wants this country to grow, because now APC is saying PDP didn't do well when PDP was there. Now APC has been using close to 16 years now. If this 4 years, after these 4 years, it will be 12 years on seat, and we've not seen any change or any renewed hope yet. Sir, I want you to tell us now, what do you think they can do? Because now the minimum wage has not been increased, and they are still on, talking about it, that they are having a meeting that the minimum wage will soon be increased and all, but we've not heard anything. Now, yesterday, the federal workers had to come out and say they've not been paid salary or January salary, and they have withheld 35,000 naira. These are subsidy wages that is supposed to be paid by federal government. They only paid September last year, and they still have some months with the January salary, normal main salary. So, sir, what do you think is going on with the economy of Nigeria? Because now it seems it's now a recession time. Because I don't understand. What do you think the federal government should do? So, aside reducing the price of the goods, what do you think they can still do? Because I feel it is this first subsidy that caused all these things. Is the subsidy supposed to be brought back to the economy, or they should leave it like the way it is and the president should think of another way? What do you think?
I think the removal of subsidy that the president removed is a good thing to our country. Because you know, the problem we are having in this country is our elite. Our elite is giving us a lot of problems in this country. They are the major problem we are having. You know, they don't want the masses to live. If you see, the economy of this country is cornered by this elite. So I think, when people know that we are not going with anything out of this world, they will know that you know, this world is vanity upon vanity. So they should consider to do good to the good people.
I'm sorry for cutting off. I wanted to be clear on that elite, because I heard the former president saying he should have done more, but then it is because of the caucus. Are you talking about this caucus, these cabals?
These cabals that are raping our country. You know, if you see what is happening, for example, the dollar issue.
Okay.
You will see that the rate they are giving to this elite is different from what they are giving to the masses.
I think I'm getting the problem now. Well, if you're just joining the live, it's still Weekend Insight on WYTV. Thank you very much, sir, for at least trying to give us some views on what the actual problem of this nation. So before we go, I want you to tell us more about Ecowas, the advantages of Ecowas, and things that people need to know about the body, because now the reason why Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali is pulling out basically is because they said the Pan-Africanism in Ecowas, the way our forefathers have been doing it before now, is different the way they are doing it now. They are even putting the blame on the current chairman of the Ecowas, which is the president of Nigeria, because they are seeing what is going on in this country, and they are saying someone that cannot take care of his country, how could he come and say he's the chairman that can take care of all 15 states in Ecowas? Sir, so please, can you tell us some things that people need to know about ECOWAS?
Thank you. You know, the reason why the ECOWAS is formed by the founding fathers is to increase the rate of doing business between the ECOWAS nations. But you know, as a military person, these people, you know, they will have to justify the reason why they are taking over. If they align with with the ECOWAS. What is the reason? And you know, the ECOWAS, they are against military rule.
Exactly.
So that is why they want to justify the taking over of the government of these three nations, the Mali, the Niger, and the Burkina Faso. You know, it have happened in our country before too. They will give a reason that this is the reason they took over government. But at the long run, you see that they too will not give any, they will not attain anything with the reason they gave. Power. So that is it. You know, the ECOWAS is formed based on the increase in the rate of doing business within our, that is the economy of West African states. Then the other reason they formed this organization is to make sure that the people of these Western states can go in and come out within this sub-region. You understand? When they form this organization, you know, you can go to Ghana without having visas, without having any passport.
Exactly.
Okay, I've went to Benin before without even without reaching the place before, and I just entered freely.
Just like you are going from Lagos to
Lagos. Yes, even passing through the through the bus, and to enter the bus to the Benin Republic. So you see that the reason why they form all these organizations,
it has a good reason.
Reasons.
But then these are states that is withdrawing. I don't know, because now that they want to withdraw, I believe they have their vision for withdrawing from ECOWAS, and they have what they have to do to make sure the citizens of their country is okay. Now, we are talking about, you talked about the electricity that was being shared between Nigeria and Niger. Now, people say it was said that Niger has a dam. That dam is generating light to Nigeria. Now they have to block their dam so as to reduce the rate of electricity Nigeria is using, and they said it may cause Nigeria to have low current from the ones they've been having before. So how true is this? Because I'm seeing it like it's a win-win. Like maybe Nigeria will not have to sit down and talk with the government of Niger, because they are relying on the electricity they gain from Nigeria. Nigeria is relying on their dam.
That is why, like what I said before, that we have to sit down and dialogue. It is the dialogue that can solve this problem, not the integration. We have to integrate them to let them know that what we are after is the development of the ECOWAS states. So we have to dialogue with them so that this issue can be resolved.
So, but thank you so much, sir. You know that we have countries now. The three countries are now calling themselves Sahel states, and what they are saying is the ECOWAS are not giving them adequate security when it comes to the Sahara Desert, and they are killing them too much, and you know, too much of killings and too much of sufferness on the citizens of their country. That's one of the reasons why they are pulling out. Well, thank you so much for the little thing you've been able to shed light on, basically on these three states that is withdrawing from ECOWAS. My name is Ahmed Abbas Olatunji, and this is where we're going to be ending it on the show, Weekend Insight today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on X, on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at Wisdom Yard Online TV. Be good and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.
Thank you.